Oh, hello there, you gorgeous lot. Welcome back to Crafters TV. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. It is Saturday evening here in the UK, which means it's time for one thing. It's time we throw open the studio doors because the Craft House is all about welcoming special people and special brands into the Crafters TV studio. This evening is a really special one as well because we are looking at all things Sharon Callis. We have got Sharon herself on the line with us as well. We're going to go via video. It's very Eurovision. We're going to go via video link to Ireland very shortly. But before we do that, not just Sharon. I mean, some people say three's a crowd, but in the crafty sense, I think it works, Michelle, don't you?
I think it definitely works, and especially if Sharon's in that menage a trois. The
menage a trois. Is that what we're calling this, is it? I know you've got lots of really lovely things over there, haven't you? I know you love all the Sharon ranges, so this must be a pleasure for you.
It is an absolute pleasure. Everything that Sharon does is just amazing, and I own and I love. So, so tonight we've got a selection of her from the Hearts stamp sets, and these are a lovely size. And then we have the most beautiful flower fairies.
Love these.
All of these are just beautiful. And then I've got to show you this one. I do love this one. Well, I love them all. I don't know why I say that. But the foam pads under the skirt and how she's used a bone folder to curl them like I did earlier, just beautiful. And then we also have the sensational succulents.
Beautiful, aren't they?
And then I must show you this one. You can make things fantastic. Like this with it. Just beautiful.
Yeah, I think it really transcends like crafting as we think about this particular collection. You know, yeah, of course you can use them in your cards and your scrapbooks, but we think about how you're going to use them for home decor and things like that. I know Michelle's going to be treating us to some demos throughout the show, which is fantastic. If you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me in all the normal ways. You can't call me, but you can slide into the DMs. In a way, by commenting over on Facebook, Crafters TV, Crafters Companion if you are, of course, across on YouTube as well. Do you know what I'd like to see in this show? Anyone that has got any pictures of any of their Sharon Callis makes, I would like you to send them in to us. I'd like us to be able to share them and see them all. So please send them in. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them. We're going to first have a look at the sensational succulents. They have been so incredible. And I just can't, my jaw hit the floor when I saw the price on this earlier. £35 or $49. That is a saving of £83 and change, or $115 and change. That is an incredible price. I think if you don't own this particular collection, Sharon's just picking herself up off the floor there, I can see, at the price. If you don't own this particular collection already, then you must get your hands on it, because I know you're going to love it. But let's go live via video link from Newton Aycliffe all the way to Ireland. She is in the building. Sharon's here. How are you, Sharon?
Hi, Joe. Hi, Michelle. Hi, everybody.
How's things? It's so good to have you back.
Oh my goodness, I've been counting down the hours to today. I was so excited to come on, so absolutely thrilled. And thrilled to be working with Michelle for the first time.
Yes, I know.
Absolute diamond.
She leads me astray in the last show of the day, we've worked out. She's been telling me all sorts of stories.
I believe that.
Yeah, she's been telling me all sorts of stories this week. And then to make things worse, Sharon, she beat me at Play Your Crafts Right today. So, I mean, she's really put me in my place. So she's settling in perfectly. So, anyway, succulents. I can't believe the deal we've got on this, Sharon. It's amazing. Would you mind taking us through this range and telling us a bit about what inspired it?
Sure, no problem. This range, as you said, is an unbelievable deal at a probably never to be seen again price. And if you're looking for a die set, they're called succulents, but a little bit of play with different coloured papers, and you can make them into other flowers as well. So the value that you're actually getting could be spread across many uses. Home decor. You don't forget, you can put a bit of stiffener on your fabrics as well and use these. So it's not just plainly for cardstock and paper. But in this collection, you will get the plants first. So this is the Leela China. And as you can see, it's a quilling die. It's double-sided. So what will happen here is you cut once, you fold in half, you roll it up, boom, you've got your succulent.
Boom.
Same method for all. So this is our Leela China. Then you're going to get the baby aloe. So it's an aloe vera plant, only it's in miniature form, the small one, and as you can see, there's lovely detail on the petals for that. Then we're going into our neon breaker, slightly taller plant, so it gives a bit of depth and dimension to your projects when you're using it. And then we have the jade. Jade is slightly trickier to make. You will see in the centre that it's a wider spine, but that's purely to allow you to get height when you're quilling it up either a cocktail stick or down the quilling tool itself for formation. When we get a chance, we'll show you how that's done later on. Then we have our sword grass. Very versatile dye. Use it as a fringe, use it in other projects. I mean, if you're doing maybe under the sea or with your lovely silhouette dyes and your stencils that were on during the week, it would make a lovely grass and a lovely background. Then we have our Merry Maiden, which is a narrower plant again, but wide spreading, so another for more dimension. Now that's the plants, but you'll also get then some elements, which is, first of all, we've got the plant pot dye. Use it on its own on the front of a card. Give it a bit of shape, add a bit of dimensional glue behind it and tuck your plants in, or use it to make your shaped card itself. Then we have our plant pot pokes. You can stamp on these, you can put names on them or sentiments, but they go on your projects with your plants. Then we have the plant pot poke. So this, if you're doing the dimensional projects, you could put happy birthday on it or someone's name. Stick it into the middle of the project for a bit of fun. Then moving on, we have two embossing folders. Now these are 2D, but this is a trellis imprint on this one, great for your backgrounds. And then of course we have our succulent frames. Now the images that you will see in this actually work perfectly when it comes to our stamp set, which you'll see in a second. And then we have our garden frame. So there's a blank in the centre, that's where you'll put your sentiment. You can layer up your plants on the end here, colour that in with your Spectrum Noirs or your glossy accents. It gives a gorgeous background. And then we have our terrarium, which is traditionally what you would see with succulent plants. So again, you could emboss this out, textured cardstock, sand it back, or you could use gilded waxes on it, or indeed cut out the terrarium itself and use that as a top or a background. And then finally, we have a set of stamps and dies. So each of these decorative elements actually work as well with your embossing folder, so you could have a bit of fun and play with that. Or you could take one of the outline dies to the embossing folder when you've got it done and cut them out as well. We have some sentiments here that you can put on the plant pot pokes. So I'll just turn it there because there's a bit of a glare for you. So it has things like stuck on you and sorry for being prickly or have a fabulous day or I'm rooting for you. So these little things combined with the stamped elements, which as well you can use for creating your backgrounds and your papers as well, or toppers. They're actually great fun if you've got shrink plastic. Things like that, you know, for making little key rings or for adding little buttons to projects as well. So that's everything that you'll get in the collection. And back to you, Joe.
Awesome. It is a great collection. So many people really love it. Patty says, I love Sharon's collection. I have the entire succulent collection. Just finished getting the butterfly one. So somehow I end up with a few of the sentiment stamps. Not all of them. Now to get the fairy collection. It's stunning. I love the style. It's elegant and cutesy. Susie saying that the sword grass is their favourite element from the whole set. Catherine adores the whole succulent collection. And Robbie saying, how cute is that little wheelbarrow? What is the cutest thing about it, I think, is the deal. I need to give you the details once again, because I think if you don't own it, then you need to get it. It's a 70% saving. It is the best price you've seen on this yet. £35, $49, that becomes £28 or less than $40 for platinum members. I mean, the succulents, and well, you're paying essentially for 4 of the succulent dies and getting everything else for free as a platinum member in the US. It is amazing, amazing value for money. It really, really is. Lots of people saying hi, lots of warm welcomes to Sharon as well. I know we demonstrated this in Play Your Crafts Right this morning, didn't we, well, this afternoon, and it was so popular then. What is it about this collection, do you think, that really resonates with people?
everything. There's just so much in the collection. So there's lots of different elements that you can put together. And I think Sharon's quilling dies are just amazing. And the fact that they're now in a succulent, we all love a succulent. Most of us can't kill a succulent.
Most of us.
Some of us like to take that challenge, don't we, Joe?
We do indeed. My succulent did die recently. Thank you for that, Michelle.
You're welcome. So I'm going to play with lots of different elements. But we're going to cut a few of the... It's really... I think I've nearly got them all. It's just so hard to decide which ones you want to play with. So I'll show you. We'll cut a few out, a few different ones. We'll just pick a few of the different grasses, papers when I find where I've put them. So in my excitement, I've thrown everything everywhere. Not really sure what I'm doing. So let's have a look. So this one is the Lily China. Lily China. So bob that one on there.
Sounds like a rapper, Lil China, doesn't it?
It really does. It really does. So I've got a fresh one here. So I am just going to pop it open. So I'm crashing and smashing and banging things over here at the minute. I just nearly broke my knuckle on the glass mat, catching something as it went to fall.
You're having a right day today, aren't you?
Oh, I am. I'm definitely having one of those days. Everything's stuck in my packets.
Lots of people tuning in saying hello. Diane's in Tennessee, LaQuietta's in Kentucky, Megan in Wisconsin, Sarah is in Ohio, Sarah. Patty's in as well. I can see Diane, Catherine's in San Diego, but it's nice and warm there. Sybil is in Wisconsin, Adriana's in Texas, Robbie's in Alabama, Barbara in Indiana. Loads of you tuning in. We have a very, very busy show, taking you, rounding up your Saturday in style. That's what it's all about. A lot of you letting me know what your favourites are. Mary Beth saying, I love the long grass. You can stick it in so many places. Karen says, I love the baby aloe and the little China the best. These are fantastic. Wish I had a lot more of the paper pads. Absolutely. I know we did release some paper pads with them. I think you could really play around with these and make them true to the style. I reckon you could go really abstract with these as well, Michelle.
Oh, you could definitely. Yeah. Some of the papers, I mean, this one that I've just used, they're just stunning. And I probably will be using the wrong papers for the wrong plant, but as we know, I do like to do something that's, in the colours that it's not supposed to be. But so take our dies off, and they have cut through beautifully. These papers are wonderful. You could, like you said earlier, you can add a bit of extra ink to the edges, but really don't need to. The papers just do it for you. So there we go. So I'm just going to get my... It's a bit nerve-wracking doing it in front of Sharon. If I do it wrong, she's going to be sat there like, oh no, that's not what you do. No,
She's watching on very intently.
Yeah, she is. I'm not looking up at the screen.
She's either watching very intently or she's frozen. I can't work out which one it is.
So what I'm going to do is
She has actually frozen, don't worry.
Oh, shit. Oh.
She was like looking very longingly at us all.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So I'm going to put a line of red liner tape all down. We'll use that one. I like that. The colours are just so intense and so beautiful. You definitely need a few of these pads. I mean, even when your pads have run out, just ink up some of your papers that you have yourself, or just make sure that you stock up on these pads, because the colours are just divine.
Out of stock at the moment, and I will hope to get them in very soon. I mean, other things that are going to work with this, I'm thinking textured card pad is going to work pretty well with this, isn't it?
Yeah,
your greens in that.
That's what I would suggest. Our textured card stock is a perfect weight and thickness for these as well. So that's a good thing. So what I'm going to do is, so from the top ones, I'm going to use my ball tool. So this is our flower forming foam one, and I'm just going to pulling the petal towards myself. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to do the same on the other side.
Now, if you didn't have the stamp mat, what else could we use here?
Anything that's got a little bit of give underneath it for you.
Something like a mouse mat, maybe?
Yes, yeah, because it's got that little spongy texture on it, hasn't it? And then again, just going to pull these towards myself and then flip it over and do the same.
Very, very busy. Katie says, I've also killed the unkillable plants, Joe. Don't feel so bad. I don't feel so bad now, Katie.
It's not just you. Aww. To be fair, I can't keep any plant alive at all. Even fake ones tend to die on me. That's just how opposite of a green finger I am. So I'm going to, I've lost my pokey tool, but it's there.
Oh, you don't want to lose your pokey tool, Michelle.
No. So I'm going to peel that off and fold it over and give it a good press. And then there it is on that side. Peel that one off as well. Fold them over. So, and then just give it a bit of so it helps it to curl when you're putting them together. So again, I'm going to use my red liner tape across this. You can use dabs of wet glue as you're going along. You just need to hold it a little bit longer. Or you can use the hot glue, entirely up to you. So let's peel this off. Is it going to come? Oh. Come on, don't let me down now, red liner tape. We'll try this side. Yes, definitely. I do like my red liner tape. So we're going to start from the smallest petal. We're going to do that first. And I would use a quilling tool if I had one. Or I would just use my pokey tool to start the curling of it. But I've done so many of these.
Gemma's saying her daughter recently killed a bonsai tree. She was given as a housewarming gift.
No.
Yep. The gift giver was not impressed. Kim says, fold a hand towel in half if you don't have a mat. There you go. Yeah,
that'll give you enough squishiness, what you need underneath, absolutely. Or even the foam pad that comes with the ball tools, you use that as well. Just something that allows you to mould your petal. So just curling round. And every now and again, just giving it a good press to make sure my red liner's taken. And good squeeze. And then even before I open it up, it's a beautiful flower. I'm just gonna bring each petal out, just give it a bit of a squish, a mould between my fingers, just to keep that curl in there, and bring them all down.
I bet this is one of those things you can definitely just lose yourself in.
Oh,
So imagine you could just spend a whole evening cutting loads of these out, sat on a little lap tray in front of the telly, having a lovely time.
absolutely. I mean, look how beautiful that is. And I really haven't had to do anything else with it except for just the ball tool on the petals and then just pull them out to where I want them. If you want it to be more bud-like, don't pull the petals out as far.
You're loving this red liner tape today, aren't you?
It's my friend today.
I'm going to start calling you Michelle Redliner McCarthy at this rate. Is it the hair? Is that why the hair is this colour?
Yeah, it matches. So again, I just started curling with my fingers. But again, that's because I've done so much of these, because I've played with them for so long and so often. But yeah, for you, use the quilling tool that you can get, or start it off with your pokey tool. But you can tell how much I love these, that I can roll them without a quilling tool.
That is a sign of a true pro, Michelle.
There we go, just give it a squash to make sure it's all stuck to each other.
I think as well,
And
I think people that have had the luxury of just using Sharon's quilling flowers will think that all quilling flowers are like this. But the fact they're double-sided does make a massive difference, doesn't it? Victoria's saying, I love that the quilling dies are double-sided. It saves time, so you need to cut once.
That's it, yeah, yeah. And I don't know, they're just, I think, better than a normal quilling flower. They're just the way that the speed and the ease and just the designs. The designs are just gorgeous.
Terry's saying the colours are so pretty.
They are. So these papers in all of the pads are just wonderful. So I'll do this last one again just for you to see how easy they are to just, all the different ones, just quill round, quill up, quill down.
Do you quill up or do you quill down? That is the age-old debate, isn't it?
I don't know. And I don't think it matters. I mean, where I folded mine and the way that I've done my petals, I mean, you could curl in or out depending on the effect you want. So we'll fold this, quill this one out and see how different it looks. So red liners tape again. Give it a good burnish. There we go. And then again, you could start with the quilling tool, but it's just this easy. Just rolling these up is just so much fun. Just look how easy it just rolls up together.
Really fantastic. I love watching these come together. I'm thinking there's something, as you were saying, because it's quite a short, not project, but like technique. There's something quite nice about just taking a two-dimensional piece of paper, isn't there? Cutting it out.
Oh, yeah.
And in a few moments creating something that's really fun 3D.
That's it. So that's the 3 that I've used. So we'll just put them to the side for a minute because there's so much stuff in this collection. I literally did the challenge, Michelle, and I've tried to see how much of Sharon Callis's succulent selection I can get on one card.
Well, I think you're doing pretty well.
So let's have a look. Where are they? There they are. So I've used this embossing folder, which is just lovely. And what I've done is, I inked it up pre-show, so I wanted to get everything in. So I've inked it up and I've done the splatter effect. And I did, so I've got a little bit of sandpaper. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to just rub over the embossed bit that's standing up. Just taking away that top layer of colour. I'll do it around the edges a bit as well. I don't know if you can see that coming out. Just gently.
Really nice. I love the inky background here as well. Really finished it off beautiful.
Yeah, I love that. So I'm just going to layer this onto some card. I'll use my tape pen this time. But yeah, the embossing folder's just embossed beautifully. And I love doing the technique to colour it and then sand the top away. It just gives it a nice, I think, effect that goes with your succulents. A bit of a rough and ready. Is that the sentiment I'm looking for? So, right, so we'll bob that to the side.
Rough and ready, or
Rough
shabby
and
chic.
ready, yeah. So I've just got myself an 8x8 card blank. Just made it myself with our white stamping card. And I'll just layer this up. So there, these lovely greens lend themselves perfectly. And that. So that's just a little bit too big. Let me just chop that down a little bit. Just take the edge off. I think that should be enough. Is that enough? Oh, that's perfectly enough. So there's all the stuff in this collection, the plant pot pokes, is that what they're called? Are just fabulous. So bring some of my flowers in. I made a couple earlier. Stand that up, and then I used one of the different ones for this. So let's just bring each petal out one by one, and if you want to give them a little bend in the middle, you can do. Or, you know, you don't necessarily like I did earlier. I made one where I didn't score the petals at all, so they was perfectly straight. They all give you a different effect, which is the great thing about this. So just spread all them out to where I want them. There we go. And then what I also did, let's stamp some of these out. I love this succulent kit. So you get the stamps. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just move that. So the stamps, and then the die cuts to go with them. So we'll stamp a few of those out, and then cut them out. Stamping platform. So everything seems to be where I left it.
Oh, funny.
For a check. Well,
you've been in all day today, that's why.
I'm going to say, if I can't find everything that I've left everywhere, there's something going on there, isn't there? So let's just put a few of these on. Let's turn it right round. And that one, we'll use those three. So I'm going to stamp those. Just get my ink pad. Waterproof. I'm doing a mum, aren't I? I'm chatting myself all the way through everything I'm doing.
That's the whole. I mean, it's kind of the. That's kind of the. I mean, that's it. This is as close as I'll ever get to motherhood. So, you know, I talk to myself all day long.
Yeah, I can definitely do. My kids think I'm crazy. They come into the kitchen. How have I stuck that on backwards? Look at that. There we go. So anyway, I'm inking it up, and I'm thinking, it's not inking because it was upside down. Yeah, they think I'm crazy. They walk into the kitchen, see me talking to myself, and sort of slowly backstep away from the crazy lady, they say. So just give that another ink in. So I can see Sharon watching. I hope I'm doing her proud.
Is she doing all right? Oh, big thumbs up. Double thumbs up. It's a 10 from Sharon.
Thank God. Phew. Right, just put that out the way. So look, I've got this huge desk, and I'm still managing to fill it up with everything. It's I have a huge table at home as well, and it absolutely gets filled up with everything so quickly. It's So let's find the right ones for these. There we go. So I'm just going to stick them down. There we go, and that one. So I definitely always stick everything down. I always sort of tip my plates a little bit when I'm putting them through the machine, so everything normally slides off. So I definitely always take them. And these are perfect. They'll go through even the mini. So the quilling wheels, I think these go through the mini as well, don't they?
Yes, I believe a lot of them do.
I think they all do.
Not approval there.
From the boss.
Lots of people chatting about these at the moment in the comments. Who we got here? The colours are amazing. The one in brown reminds me of a little picket fence. I find rolling these quilted flowers very therapeutic. Lots of chatting about Sarah's dancing, potentially being able to hear music in the background of what part of that as part of that presentation there. I cannot confirm or deny if I was maybe peering through the door there watching Sarah dance. Didn't she do well? I won't give any spoilers out, just in case people are saving it to watch later. I know lots of you are. Yeah, she did really well. Love the set. I missed the
I'm not going to
fairy.
give you a spoiler, but
She was great. I can tell you that much, can't I?
fab.
She was
You
excellent.
can, yeah, absolutely.
And who knew someone could make Princess Fiona look sexy? That's all I'm going to say, right? You think of Princess Fiona, you don't think sexy? Well, you wait until you see Sarah's Princess Fiona. Not sure I should say that about Sarah, but anyway. If there was ever a sexy Princess Fiona, then Sarah's it. Love the succulents, says Kay. I'm not making this any easier on myself. Thanks for doing this demo, Sharon. This is making it very hard to keep working and organising my crafts I have all day. Catherine says I'm making a succulent display using this set for my daughter away at university. She gets water plants and there's a little space near a window for real plants to survive. These will be perfect for that in that case. They really, really will.
They would.
The deal here is extraordinary, by the way. Saving £83. Platinum members are saving, what, £90 here on this. It's amazing value for money. I mean, 70% off. I can't see us repeating this offer. So if you want it, if you didn't get them first time around, this is basically the deal to end all deals. You should definitely 100% slap them up at this price. I've not seen them anywhere near this price before. And as I was saying earlier, Michelle, I think it's something that transcends card making or scrapbooking, doesn't it? You know, these are things that you could actually make. Could be its own, could be its own thing in its own right. You know, I have a friend that has a terrarium making business. He makes them on the side and puts them into garden centres. There's no reason you couldn't just start making up loads of these ones with these lovely paper flowers in them.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, nowadays, it's huge. The flower market in paper flowers and the foam flowers, we're all loving that at the minute. Everyone's making bridal gifts, bridal bouquets, all things like that out of them. So these are absolutely, and they're beautiful, perfect for gifts. I mean, you saw the little wheelbarrow, you saw the little terrarium earlier that one of the ladies has made. So let's just make a little, what are they called? A little bouquet. A little
Mrs. Bouquet of the house, not Mrs. Bucket. Is that what you were thinking?
Yes.
I knew it. I knew it.
So let's bob this one just on its side in there. So you don't need to put them all straight up. And then with the grass coming out of the top, just peeking out there, let me just move that. And then the gorgeous plant pot poke. Just put a bit of glue on the back of that. And then bob that in there. And Bob's your uncle. I'm not gonna
Bob's your
put that
uncle?
one on. Yeah, there we go.
How
So
gorgeous
using
is that?
quite a few of the
Absolutely
elements.
beautiful. Really fantastic. Love how full and lush and dense
Yes.
that floral aspect is on the front of there. It really is absolutely brilliant. And you could be making this £28 or $39.20 today as a platinum member. I think if you don't have these, absolutely you should snap them up. They are fantastic. There is everything you are getting. It is a bumper collection for that price. It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant deal. There's lots of other stuff in the show. What I'd urge you to do is head on over to the website craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au, hit the shop the show button. There you'll see some of the other Sharon Callis collections that we've got on the show for you. We've got the From the Heart stamp collection available at the moment. Let's just share that with you. £19.98 or $24.88 is your price there on that one. Something else that's always so popular is this, and again, an amazing saving on this one just here. You've got a 60% saving on this, $25.57 or $33.48 there. Can you have enough Can you have enough schmetterlings in your collection? No, you cannot. So you need to grab those. Let me share with you some of the other stuff I think you're going to love using in conjunction with the collections that we've got on the show this evening. Here are the moulding ball tools, $14.99 or $19.95. A lot of these projects, especially the succulents, you could cut them with foam, especially things like the sword grass if you wanted to. We've got flower forming foam on the show for you, $5.99 or $9.95 if you want to get that. We do have a white version for you as well. 7 of these, 7 sheets of these. You could add ink to these beautifully as well. We've also got the floral bouquet, which is this one just here, $5.99 or $9.95 if you want to get your hands on that one. And also we do have the spring hues, which is this one just here. Awesome. Oh, and we've got another one. I mean, we're spoiling you. An autumn hues and another one after this. We've also got the holiday hues as well. How many hues do you need? Right. Lots of love for that amazing demo. So much love for Sarah in the comments, by the way. Katie says, thank you, Joe. We just love you all, and we know you are all so excited for Sarah. We are very, very excited. Lots of you let me know you are sending in pictures, which is awesome. Hopefully we'll get to some of those. Supreme Caldwell says, I don't know what she means by this. The grass reminds me of catnip. Catnip.
I know what catnip is. But
What is catnip? Like booze for cats?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, we had a cat that used to absolutely love it. Once she'd had it, she was rolling around the floor. She was like, you know, when they rub their face, yeah.
That sounds like me in the kebab shop at 3 a.m.
Yeah, they love it.
Me in the village chippy at 3 a.m. Megan says, very pretty. Caroline loves that last card. Renee does, as does Marie. Really gorgeous. Make sure you snap that up. We're going to move on now. We're going to move back to Sharon again. We're going to have a look this time, Sharon, at the flower fairies. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct, Joe. We've got our flower fairies.
Have you ever been rolling around the kebab shop at 3 a.m., Sharon?
Fairies.
She's gone. I said, have you ever been rolling around the kebab shop at 3 a.m. like a cat that's at catnip?
Oh no, I'm a good girl. I'm always home at 9 p.m.
We know you, Sharon. We know you.
Let's
Sorry.
just say I'm glad that there was no internet, social media, or anything in my day.
I love it.
No proof. Didn't happen. Right, we'll move on to the flower fairies. So in this collection, you're getting 3 fairies. You're getting aster, you're getting jasmine, and you're getting rose. So we're going to start with aster. So in this collection, you will get a stamp set, but you'll also get the outline dies for each of the flower fairies. So you will get the main body, but you will also get 3 layers of flowers. And these are the main component of these collections running the whole way through. So what you do is you stamp your flower fairy, or you could have it as just a ballet dancer and maybe use these at the back like peacock feathers or something like that. You can play around with it. But essentially for the collection, you stamp out the 3 layers, colour them in, and you layer them up. You'll also get some wings, some decorative elements, and you'll get some sentiments as well. So with aster there, you get best wishes and sprinkle kindness everywhere. To go with aster, she has her own flower. So this is the same as you've seen in the succulents. It's our quilling die. These are very simple to use. You just cut it once, fold it over, and quill it up. You don't have to glue layers together. You don't have to do any alignments. So once you master one flower, you will know how to do any flower in any collection that has the quilling flowers. That's how easy it is to make. So that's our aster flower. But then you'll also get the Petal Perfection papers. So this is the aster set. And in this, right, there's 3 shades. You get 2 greens and you get 4 petal shades. You'll notice there's a fade down the centre of each of these. That's simply just to give you a guidance on where to align your die. So you just put your die over, run it through your Gemini, and then once you fold it over, because they're double-sided papers, that's how you get your flower tones. So that's the tones that come with the aster. And then we're going to move on to jasmine. So this gorgeous jasmine here, again, you've got your dancer, your wings, and you've got your petals, decorative elements. And the sentiments with this one is, I made a wish and thought of you and special friend. You get your outline dies. And don't forget, you can actually use these outline dies to create silhouettes either. So you don't necessarily have to use the stamps. So if you're doing your silhouette cards and you're doing your inked backgrounds, these are perfect for that as well. So that's jasmine. And this is the flower that goes with jasmine as well. So there's many varieties of jasmine flower. This is the orange jasmine, and this is the only one that you'll find that has stamen in the centre. So you see how delicate that die is, and the beautiful little flower that it will give you. So the papers that go with this are multi-tone papers, and you get 2 greens as well. There's an ombre effect on these, so you can put your die kind of in between those and get 2-tone flowers. But if you have sentiment dies as well in your stash, why not use these as well? You'll have gorgeous effects on your sentiment dies with those. And then the last flower fairy is rose. So rose, again, you have your flower fairy or wings. You have the layered skirt. The sentiments with this are wishing you a happy ever after and congratulations. We've got little potion bottles with this. We've got little roses as well. There's some nice little decorative elements in this that you can use across other collections as well. And don't forget, you can actually mix and match through the flower fairies. And the flower for this one then is the rose itself. Again, a quilling die. You will see on these, you get these, they're called a calyx. So what happens is when you quill your flower and you turn it over, it's not that pretty. You can see the workings. If you cut a couple of those, stick them underneath, it covers that. So if you wanted to do buttonhole maybe for a wedding even, do them in these, run your pin through it, stick it together, and it works out great for that. And then these are the tones. I've gone ombre on the rose for these. So you've got the orange, the yellow, the pink, the burgundy. You've got a deep brown for kind of the burnt rose, and you've got your greens. So I'm just going to show you some samples really quickly of what you can make with these. I mean, look at this. You have well, I play around with some acetate. You don't always have to use paper, so mix and match your acetate. But you see here, this is how your skirt is layered up, your various layers. And then we've added all 3 flowers to this sample. I mean, this one is gorgeous. So this is jasmine. And again, use your Spectrum Noir pens, your inks or your pencils to colour up and then layer. You can use it with or without the wings, or how about this as well? Use it over an aperture. And you can use your embossing folders in the backgrounds as well. So that's gorgeous, and your gorgeous jasmine and aster flowers there. Play around as well with colours. I mean, there's gorgeous autumn tones as well. Or you could play around with that like for Halloween if you wanted to turn her into a witch as well. That would be quite fun. Then we have aster again. Or what about using blue tones? Something totally different. If you don't have petal papers or you run out, get white cardstock. This is just stamping cardstock. And we use the Spectrum Noir inks on that, added stamens to the centre of the flowers as they were quilling, and it gives you a whole new look as well. So that's what you get in the Flower Fairy collection.
Yeah, they are beautiful. I know people have absolutely loved them ever since we launched, and they continue to be really busy now. Platinum price on this of under £72 or $90, which is amazing value for money. I know, Michelle, this is another collection that you absolutely love, isn't it?
It is. It's another collection that I love, and it's another collection that I got as soon as it came out. I mean, as Sharon showed there, everything is just so beautiful. So we're going to use aster. So I've got the quilling flower. So we'll cut that out first. A lovely size leaf with that one. Did Sharon call it a calyx? Did I get it right?
It was a calyx, yeah, it was indeed. It was Rachel, a social media superstar.
So I've got 2 of the different colours from the aster paper pad. And I'm going to put that one on top.
You love a double cut, don't you?
I do love a double cut.
You do.
I do. And then this is one of the papers from the paper pad as well. And I'm just going to fold it over because then I'm going to get two lovely different coloured leaves. And again, I'm going to stick it down and find the rest of my plates. So again, just your usual plate combination. They will go through all of your machines, no problem, which is perfect.
I'm still revelling about this catnip situation that, you know, owners get their cats drunk. Can't quite get my head around it. Apparently, I did get a bit more information from someone.
Okay.
I've got it here. It's a plant that cats love. It does look a bit like the swordgrass dye, apparently. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why or how it affects them like it does, but it does. Our cats used to go crazy for it.
Wow.
Absolutely. In fact, I tell a lie, we did have one cat, she was called Angel, so maybe it was in the name.
Right.
She wasn't even bothered it. We got her this catnip ball and she just sort of gave us the dirtiest look as though to say, what do you want me to do with that? And just walked off.
There you go. The others loved it.
The rest loved it, but just...
I think if I was a cat, I'd be a cat that liked catnip. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. She, most of them absolutely loved it. So, just take that out. So as with them all, like Sharon said, once you've done one, you can do them all. It's the same principle. So I'm just gonna put my tape down the middle, which is the beauty of them. You're not having to relearn how to do something different.
Yeah, and they are so great, aren't they? I guess the thing is, normally you're trying to sort of line them up, the two, die cut elements, make sure they're evenly spread or evenly spaced. With this, you're never going to go wrong, are you? It's always going to be right every single time.
That's the beauty of them. It really is. So I'm going to do it again. I'm just going to pull them towards me with the ball tool. Just give them some movement. And again, you don't have to do with this with your petals. I just think it looks lovely. And I think we do. When we make any flower, we put that movement in our petals. We don't leave them flat for the most part. So there we go. So I'm just gonna, again, make sure that's down. Peel it off. It's not playing again. Oh, I don't think we're going to end the day on good terms. No. So just fold them over.
I love all of Sharon's design, says Beth. Victoria wants to know if you could use flower foam for the petals on the fairy dress to give texture. Knowing nod there from Sharon in the bottom of my screen. She's nodding away. So yeah, absolutely no reason why you couldn't do that, Victoria. Great question.
No, and you could actually even layer more layers of the flower foam to give it a lot of dimension if you so choose. So, and the same with the one before. We're just going to fold it all the way down. And because of the perforation, it just folds perfectly and easily.
Apparently catnip makes cats high, is what I'm being told. There you are.
Well, I didn't like to say that, but...
Well, there you go. Kim says, Joe, you do not need catnip. You are silly enough as you are. Love that.
And then again, we're going to put... So this is my 3mm red liner tape I'm using. It's perfect. It's just the right thickness for this. Or again, use your glue in your little applicator. So there we go. And then, oh, it's not playing now. Let's try that end. Or maybe I just haven't stuck it down well enough. There we go. And again, just start rolling, either with your quilling tool or put your poker tool in there, however you do it, which is ever more comfortable and easy for you to do. But just rolls up perfectly. And make sure your glue's sticking, keep giving it a bit of a press down. And then...
It's nice to see you do it without the quilling tool. I mean, it's definitely a different way of doing it.
Yeah, well, the first time I bought these, I sort of got them all out and sat there and thought, oh, I haven't got a quilling tool. And I just didn't want to not play with them. So I started off with my pokey tool, just using that to roll it with. And like I said, because I've done so many, I've just got used to doing it with just my fingers.
I guess the thing is, you just find the way that works for you, don't you? If there's a wrong way to do it or the right way to do it.
That's it.
You just find out what works for you.
Yeah, yeah. So there we go. And then just pull all my little petals out.
Cute.
There you go. And then those little ones at the beginning give you your middle of the
They're
flower.
almost like your stamens in there,
Yes, yeah. Perfect. So I'm going to put that to the side, and then we're going to get our Aster lady. I'm going to stamp her out. Just
Sounds a bit violent stamping her out, doesn't it? Do you not think? I often think this.
stamp her out. Yeah, it didn't sound very nice, that, did it?
No, I mean, I think it all the time. Every time we talk about stamping something out.
No, it doesn't sound very nice. No, maybe we need to come up with a different name for it.
My favourite is in a previous life when I worked somewhere else. We would always have, if it was a metal die, it would always say dies after the end of it. And it would be like, I don't know, the collection could be called When Love. And so therefore the description would be When Love Dies. And you think, oh gosh. There were some more sinister ones than that, but I won't bore you with them.
Oh, I like that. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. I want to know what the more sinister ones are.
Well, things like one die on its own that might have had like a relative. So it would be the relative die, or you know, that's how it would be described. And there's no getting around it, that's just what they're called at the end of the day.
No, that's it. So I'm using my alcohol-proof pebble for this, because we're going to colour her in with some tri-blends. And a trusty stamping mat as always. Which is a brilliant thing, so I want to make my lines more defined, and the stamping mat enables me to do that perfectly. She almost looks like she's flying there.
She does, doesn't she? I thought she's almost like a bit of a sort of a super ballet, isn't she?
Oh,
I love
yeah.
it. She's very glamorous when she hasn't got a dress on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yes. She's still elegant.
She reminds me of like she's got a bit of sort of like she's got a bit of a fabulous 60s vibe about her when she's just au naturel before we fairy her up. And I guess you could use it for that if you want to.
Yeah.
Do you know what she reminds me of? This is it. Sharon, I finally thought what she reminds me of. You know the lady who's always on the front of the Virgin Atlantic plane? I feel she's got a bit like, she's got that kind of glamour going on with her. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, she has, definitely. They are all beautiful. So let's get our skirt dies and our wings. Line them all up. Let me get a bit more tape. I've got tape everywhere at the minute, literally. It's stuck all down the side of the unit, so I can just keep picking it up and putting it down.
You've done a lot of crafting today, Michelle, what can we say?
I have
Your
done.
first triple Michelle day.
It has been, and I've had, I must admit, so much fun.
Have you? Good.
I really have. And I was so glad that I got to stay today for Sharon's show. So glad.
And then we've got two shows together tomorrow as well.
We have, yeah.
Indeed.
We have. So you're stuck with me for another day.
Oh, I'm glad to be stuck with you for another
Ah.
day. Another craft along. Oh,
Yeah.
They're like buses. You don't do one, then two come along at the same time. And then Second Chance Sunday, one of my favourite shows of the week, Second Chance Sunday.
I do like that show.
There's loads of great stuff on there, so make sure you join us for that tomorrow. And also the lovely Bernie will be here as well, midday, for the
she
softer
will.
side of life. I wonder if she's going to fix my shirt for. I ripped my shirt last week on the door coming in and put a big hole in the back up here. Well, she said she's going to patch it for me, so I must remind her tomorrow.
Oh, bless her. She will as well, won't she?
She will. It's in
She
her cubby
will.
at the moment.
Oh. So, just stuck on there with my tape. But just pull that off and take the lovely, elegant lady out. Oh, they're so beautiful. They really are. The detail is just wonderful. Can you tell I like them?
I can tell you like them, yeah. I mean, I guess you could, nothing to stop using the stamps on their own, separately away from the dies if you wanted to.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, you can use with our, yeah, you could stamp up backgrounds with the lady. You could make it
Nice.
monochrome or just add a bit of cream colour just to make it elegant. Or I like it, you know, when I add just a touch of colour to, like, you know, when you've got a totally black and white picture and then you've just got like the red umbrella or maybe just the red wings, just that one pop of colour on a whole page of black and white, I think.
They almost look like butterflies as well, the wings on their own, don't they?
They do. They do. Oh, they do. Well, I never thought. Thanks for that, Joe.
Oh, it's fine. Sharon actually just said it and I just regurgitated it, if we're going to be honest, for full disclosure.
They really do. Oh, they're beautiful. So we're going to go in with... I'm not going to colour it all, I'm just going to colour a little bit just to show you how beautiful they colour up. In fact, I'm going to colour this. I love colouring the skirts. They're just... The detail that's on there still from the stamp is just lovely. And for us beginner colourists, helps you to put the highlights in the right places without having to guess too much if you're doing it right or wrong. So that's the lightest, and yet burnt orange blend I'm using. So I'm going to go in with that, and I'm just going to go over some of them bits. A little.
Katie says, almost foot in mouth there, Joe. Looking glamorous with no dress on. I nearly said she looks very glamorous without her clothes on, didn't I? That's what I nearly said, but I stopped myself. Caroline says, Michelle, you settled into this so well. You seem so much more confident and relaxed. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I am feeling better with each one. Less nervous. I mean,
I guess it's just like, it's just like what you do at home in your craft room, but with loads of people watching you.
it is, yeah. And if you could see what I do at home in my craft room, you could see how good I'm being. So
I'm not sure where we're going with that, but...
No, see, look, I'm doing it. I'm just going to stop.
Okay.
Michelle, stop talking.
Don't, like, actually stop talking.
No.
Please.
Stop saying the wrong things. I should be saying think before you speak, Michelle. But my brain and my mouth aren't really connected.
Right, okay.
Unfortunately. So,
Kay agrees, she says she really loves the silhouette of the lady like that before she has the flowers on. Use it with the flowers, look, use it without the flowers. I think you're going to get a really, really different look. So it's completely up to you how you want to put them together, essentially, at the end of the day. And I guess we shouldn't be afraid of mix and matching the characters with the dresses too, if you wanted to. I don't think there's anything to stop us doing that.
So I'm going to move those pieces out and save them for later. I'll colour them up later when I'm catching up on some shows. I'm going to bring in, so the beautiful wings. So I did these a little different. Even though I used my tri-blends, I did sort of more of a brush effect on those ones rather than coloured it in solidly. So what we're going to do is, I might use my ball tool actually, just to add to into the wings. So if you can see, like I did with the flowers, just pull it into the centre and it just brings your wings up. Lovely. The more you do it, the more they'll come up. And then, and then I'm just going to fold that a little bit so they fold round her.
Nice.
And then, oh, I'm going to do the same with the skirt. You can see I'm having fun because I'm going, ooh,
I know.
Ooh. So let's just pull that up as well from the back. Oh, I like that. What were we doing again? Where are we?
Just having a nice time, having a play.
Just having, yeah, it is. These are so, I'm just loving playing. Look, let's do that one a little bit more. That's a bit, there we go. So you could use foam pads to add dimension with them, or you can do exactly what I've just done as well. So I'll just put those there, and then we'll put this little card together and display the lady as she should be with her clothes on. So let's put this on there. Yeah, what am I doing? I'll tell you what, I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is because I'm going to make an aperture front thingamabob card. So I'm going to put foam pads. Foam pads, there they are. I'm just going to put one there. And let's see where we want her. So yeah, so let's do that. There we go. And then, so just a little bit of glue on her, roughly about there. Try and get her, too many decisions, like that. And then...
She's so elegant, isn't she?
She is, she really is. So I'm just going to layer them on first because I did do it wrong last time. So I want to make sure that I'm getting these in the right position. So I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue, just a little, because of the sort of dimension on the skirt. I don't want to flatten it down.
Really looking lovely. It's very, very busy on this collection and the previous collection that we shared with you as well. Remember, you're saving almost £30, over $33 on this particular collection. So do grab it. Platinum members, of course, and everyone in Club Inspired getting those extra savings. Lots of love coming in for you. It's like the Michelle fan club in the comments tonight. Yeah. Lily says, Michelle's doing such a fantastic job. I was telling my husband the same thing about her just the other day. She really has settled in so nicely and quickly.
Thank you.
That's nice, isn't it? Every show she does, she just gets better and better, says Sarah's Creations. There you are.
That's so lovely. Thank you.
Timothy is agreeing as well. Teresa loving the fairy collection. Kay really likes the lady without her flowery skirt on. That's how I'm going to say it.
The thing is, she looks just as beautiful
Absolutely.
with or without it on. So, right, that one was missing a bottom bit. So then I'm going to bring this top bit in. I've made an aperture, so I'm just going to quickly put this together and then get our flowers put on the front. Oop. Oh, try not to get it wonky, Michelle. Everyone's just said that I'm doing a great job and now I've gone I'm going to put it on wonky. Let's try again. There we go. It has to be straight. You can't have it, not those don't go at a jaunty angle. There we go. And then, so we'll just put that on the front, just line it up. There we go. And then this side, I'll just glue that.
Catherine says, these remind me of postcards my grandparents sent to me from Spanish holidays many years ago. They have flamenco dancers with skirt made from roughly layers of fabric. Lovely memories.
Lovely. So let's just give that a squash and press down. And then, so I'm going to put my flowers just in there. Make sure, I put the front on first because I wanted to make sure that when I put my flowers on, they're where you can see them. Nice, not hidden by the edge bit. And that one can go there. I know it might look a bit more fiddly, but I wanted to make sure that you could get you could see them. So I'm just give that a bit of a oh, I need longer fingers in there like that, and then another one. See how they're cut out in the two different colours where I folded it over, because the die's cut like butter through this.
I'm guessing with this as well, you could just use the flowers on their own, or the ladies on their own if you wanted to. They work independently. What I will say is, if you've already got this collection and maybe you're running low on the papers, every single element from this collection is available on its own individually. So do go over to the website and you'll find all the individuals. If you want to pick and choose and build your own bundle, you can do that. Of course, if you are going for it for the first time, then the collection itself is the best way to get the best value. So that's the way forward. But if you are missing bits of the collection or you want to get the papers, then they're available too.
So there we go. I would
beautiful.
Use a sentiment, but then you just, where I've given her skirt the lovely with the ball tool effect.
Wonderful. Looks absolutely gorgeous.
The flowers with the little stameny bits in the middle, that's all on the quilling die.
Brilliant. So $89.99, $110 if you want to get all of that. Right, I want to give you an opportunity to check out your baskets. Whilst you do that, I'm going to give you some details about Club Inspire and also a little teaser of what's happening on Monday. So take... That's right.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today. Crafters Companion is turning sweet 16, and have we got a treat in store for you. We are celebrating in style.
Join us from the 11th to the 24th of October for some blooming brilliant birthday deals.
It's time to treat yourself to some brand new launches and so many crafty treats and surprises.
There's sure to be something to take your fancy, so head on over to the Crafters Companion website to find out more.
Who likes my moves there in that video? I think I could definitely be on Strictly, judging by that. That's the classic Remblance snap. That's the classic Remblance snack shimmy? No, snap shimmy. That one. There you go. Yeah, slight variation on the bend and snap.
I was just going to say, is that the bend and snap?
Very, very similar. In the same dancing family. Right, really busy across absolutely everything that you've seen so far, as I knew it would be. Lots of love for that last demo coming in there as well. We're going to move on. We're going to look at some stamps now, and these are. I think these stamps, when you see them on the surface, you look at them and think, yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous stamps. When you hear Sharon talk you through them, you'll understand why it's such a brilliantly cohesive collection. You've got 60% saving on these as well, which is amazing. So you're paying for less than half of them, which is absolutely fantastic. $19.98, $24.88. That platinum's down to $15.98 or $19.90. These, Sharon, brilliant, brilliant stamps, but so versatile, these, aren't they?
They are, and when I was designing these, the way they came about was I was looking myself for stamps that were big. Mainly when you get sentiment stamps, they're small and they're used as an accent on cards and projects. But I wanted something that would make a statement that was large, that would carry the whole card, or you could stamp it in a frame, give it as a gift, or create your own postcards, pop them in the post, make someone's day. So the sentiments that I came up with, we've got 6 in the collection, and these are sentiments that you can use for all occasions, for all, male, female, any gender cards that you want, just to send somebody that little bit of love and a little bit of comfort in the post. Now, in each stamp set, you don't just get the sentiment, you get some decorative elements as well. So these can be used to create your background or to just stamp alongside the stamp to expand the design. So the first one that we have here is friendship is one of life's greatest gifts. So you have your sentiment, the swirl, but as you can see, you've got a feather and you've got a bird on a branch. So don't be afraid to mix and match these through the other stamps or with any other collections that you have. I mean, with the flower fairies that you've just seen there, you could use the bird on a branch as well in the background on them. So anything that I design, I look with it through the view how it can add value to a past collection or how I might use it in a new collection or bring it forward. So that was friendship. Next up we have happiness. In here then you get your sentiment. Happiness is found in the simplest of things, but you'll also get like little flowers. Stamp and cut these, put a foam pad behind them, build them up, layer them up. You've also got a butterfly as well. So you could use these as well with your fairies or with your butterflies and blooms. So you can carry the theme through. Next we have You Make My Heart Sing. I love this one because it has a large corner border stamp on this. Great for your backgrounds, decorate your envelopes, add your embossing powders to this, put a colour wash in the background. It's just so versatile and you can have fun with that one. Next we have Day Without Laughter is a Day Wasted. It's kind of in a little bubble design, which is a bit fun. You can carry that theme through with this bubble stamp for your backgrounds. Again, you've got some smaller flowers, but they do work if you go back to your happiness stamp. I'll just bring it back in there. So you could use all these together to build up dimension and layer up some decoration on your cards with that one. Then we have, I think this is my favourite, simply because of the little cupcake. In this cupcake here, you've got a candle, you've got sprinkles, and you've got cherry. So you can layer your sprinkles over your cupcake, have it with sprinkles, without sprinkles, with a candle or with the cherry. You've got your balloon, and this is wishing you a wonderful day. So it could be for a wedding, it could be for an anniversary, it could be for a birthday, or just to wish somebody well on the day, just to be nice, to be a good friend. And then the final one here is there are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. We've got our floral motifs in this as well, but they're more of a brush swish kind of design on these ones. You have a little rose as well. So again, with your flower fairy, your rose, you could use them together. You could have your flower fairy at the top, use your rose in the background, use your sentiment underneath. So you can make quite a large card there on that one. And I'll just bring in some samples just to show you the type of thing that you can do. I mean, this card here with the happiness one, 2-tone stamping, just use 2 colours. This was quick dry inks. And the background here was just a nesting die that was just cut, stamped. Adding flowers there. And this goes back to the butterflies and blooms collections, and it goes back to the flower fairies. You can mix and match them. So that was happiness. Then this was one of our lace frame dies. I think there's some still on the website. So this is so many beautiful reasons to be happy. Look at that. It's just using it on a nesting die over a half-cut card, and it's very effective. You can see the size of these stamps and the versatility. Or how about this cupcake? I'm just going to bring it up a little bit closer and you can see there it is with the sprinkles and with the cherry and there with the candle. So with your Spectrum Noir pens, you can just fussy cut some background with your textured cardstock, stamp your sentiment again, add your balloon, and look, that's an 8x8 card and it's so effective with the size of it, it makes a real statement. Or how about getting your Spectrum Noir inks and create your colour wash backgrounds and with the bokeh effect on that and just stamp. So create a background, stamp, you've got your card. So quick, so easy. How about mixing them with your nesting frame dies to create a centerpiece topper? And that makes a gorgeous easel card. You're using the little extra stamp elements in this as your stopper and for decoration. And then how about the using the decorative edge? This is the bubbles, the Crafter's Companion bubble edge frame die. And then just stamped and cut out, added together with a colour wash background. Or how about this? So it's just stamped once on a piece of card, overlaid with all the other decorative stamps, just to build up a background and plain matting and layering, but it's quite effective. And then finally then we have another 8x8 card. I mean, look at that, how big, how bold is that statement? Top it off with your own little handmade toppers and a few extra flowers. With these, I would spend an evening, I would stamp out all my little decorative elements, have them to the side to create lovely and beautiful toppers. And as I said, it's so versatile, use it with any of the flower fairies, and that's what's in the collection.
Beautiful, it really is gorgeous. Loads of you are loving this, and again the price is amazing on these. You've got over 50% off on this particular collection. The great thing is with stamps, I think we're all going to stamp the same here as Real, but there's so many different options when it comes to using it, how you can do, whether you're going to heat emboss, whether you're going to do resist, I mean, incorporate so many of your other already fabulous products that you own, of course, as well. Michelle, I think sentiment stamp is a real essential, isn't it, especially if you're new to crafting, and with these being so nice and big and bold, maybe you've got a lot of cards to make, you don't have to do too much else to it either.
Oh, that's it with these, they're perfect because they're a nice, lovely size. And they are actually perfect for batch making if you want to make quite a lot of cards with a lovely big sentiment like this. You can go as extravagant as you want, or you can knock a few out quite quickly if you want, because it's enough on its own. You don't necessarily need lots of other things with this beautiful stamp. You know, to make it fabulous. So I'm just going to put my little feather there, and I'm going to see if I can just fit him on there. Maybe we'll see. So yeah, so I've just got a smaller piece of card, just enough for the topper. So it's 6.5 by 3.5, and so what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in a rainbow assortment of my Harmony opaque ink pads. So we have got, can't fit them all on, look. So we've got orange, fuchsia, lemon tonic, oasis lagoon and crushed velvet.
That's plenty of colour.
It's like Challenge Michelle tonight. How much of one thing can I fit on a card? So this one's inks. How many inks can I get on this stamp? So I'm just going to, with no rhyme or reason, I'm just going to use lots of different colours all over this stamp.
Do we need to worry about picking the previous colour up with the next ink pad, if that makes sense?
You might get a little bit of overlay go on there, but it's fine. It comes off easy enough. You pick it up with a bit of kitchen towel.
Okay, perfect.
And because I'm not overlaying it too much, it should only go a little bit just on the edge there.
Okay.
If I use some kitchen roll, that'll come off easy enough.
Okie doke.
So, I mean, you could do this as a rainbow in strips of colour. I just wanted to put dots on, see how it goes. There we go.
Just bobbing it on.
I'm just bobbing it on. And that's the fun. Just have a little experiment, see how it goes. It might turn out rubbish, it might turn out brilliant, you might discover something absolutely new and fabulous that you didn't even realise that you could do. So I love that. Do you know, I was thinking about using some embossing powder on that, but I actually really like the effects that I've got from that. So I'm not gonna.
Okay.
So I've just got, no, I won't do that. Shall I do that? Shall I not? No, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I am. They're just, I'm really having a lot of fun playing with these, if you hadn't noticed. So I'm just gonna wipe that down, because I'm just going to lay that there. I'm just gonna give that a while. I've got my own little dirty rag here, look.
Oh, check you out.
I know.
Jan will be after you.
She will. And then I'm going to pop him there. I'm going to take this off. Just give it a wipe down. And pick them up. Going with the purple, I think I want at the top. And I'm going to go in with my pink at the bottom. See, even then I was going to use the opaque inks and maybe emboss, but then when I took it off and I saw the effects that had happened, I like it just as it is. And that's all that, that's all the fun of playing. So I'm going to leave that like that as well. Can get it off.
Is that Debbie Fisher again?
Can you tell? Oh, yeah, Debbie. We'll be having words. And there's only 2 magnets on it as well. Someone's definitely been at it. So let's move. But the thing is, because she's put the sticky on, I didn't really need the magnets because it stuck perfect as it was. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show you how nice, quick, easy and simple these stamps make a card, but just so beautiful. I may have said that a few times, but it's because I really love these. So I've just got a DL card. Is it still a DL card when it's lengthways rather than...
Double lengthways. It's probably a DW, isn't it?
Yeah, so
double width.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. We just make it up as we go along sometimes. The other great thing about this is that they're all usable sentiments, aren't they? Friendship, happiness, you make my heart happy, laughter, wonderful, beautiful, all words in those sentiments you're going to be able to use time and time again. So if you are new, I think this is going to be a great addition to your stash. But at the same time, if you are a seasoned crafter, I love the fact that you can really play around, especially with the embellishing elements, and create something absolutely fabulous. But as Michelle has shown us here, you can do that very, very quickly, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's you can use these stamps and you can build up a very extravagant card, but the beauty of these stamps is you can also make nice, I'm not going to say simple because they don't look simple, they look beautiful, but just nice.
Time effective, aren't they?
Time effective cards, that's absolutely the word. So I'm going to lift that up. Give it some height. Just little things like this. Foam pads on the back of one of something on your card gives it that extra height, extra dimension, and just adds a lovely effect. So let's get those taken off. I got a bit carried away with the foam pads that time, didn't I? Take that off. And then, shall we have it on an angle there, and then I'm going to take this one in, bring this one in, sorry. And I've cut some more of the same black and orange card. Oh, I'm nearly at the end of my tape pen. I think Tracy only gave me it today and I've nearly used it already. I've done it again. I'm not cutting anything correctly today, am I?
Oh, don't worry, just do by eye. By eye.
By eye, there you go, look. Oh, I cut that nice and straight. I don't think I could do that again.
Will these fit onto a 5x7 card, do you think? What is the length and the width of them?
Absolutely. So this is a 6.5 by a 3.5 piece of card that I've used, and you saw that it fit on there. In fact, I'll just bring it in for you. It's there, look. So yeah, so a 6 by a 3.5.
Okay. So
lovely.
it'll fit nicely on a 5x7?
It will. It'll fit perfectly on one. I'm just going to get some of that ink off my fingers. Right. So, I've already glued it. Double gluing. Oh, I've done that. I've done it with that one as well, look. Someone's been sneaking into my stash.
Do you think your bottom mat layer was a bit short?
I think so, yeah. I mean, no matter, just cut it down a little bit. When I'm cutting a thin sliver off the end, I don't know if you've noticed, I hold my finger underneath my scissors.
Okay.
So it holds it nice and steady, rather than you trying to, obviously be careful you don't cut your finger. I just find it so much easier to when you're just trying to snip away a little bit. So, we'll try again, get that straight. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same with that. I'm going to put some foam pads on there. And I'm going to put that just down the side there. And then, do I have enough time to quill this up? Do we think?
Yeah, I reckon so.
So, I just had it spare next to me. Yeah. This is the Aster. So I'm just going to...
Yeah, I mean, it shows you how you can definitely, all the collections will complement each other at the end of the day, won't they?
They all do mix and match perfectly. Absolutely. Don't think because you've got something from one collection and another that you can't have a play and mix and match things, because they definitely all work together. So let's curl that up. So just twisting it round, give it a bit of a squeeze to make it more circular. We don't want a wonky flower.
The fonts are so very pretty on these, says a Supreme Caldwell. Kay says, great way to use those pop-out cupcakes. Thanks for all of this inspiration, Sharon.
Yeah, they are. All the fonts are beautiful. All the wordings, the sentiments are just lovely. Yeah. So just my little petals round to where I want them. Give that a little brush out. And I'm gonna just get a bit of hot glue on the bottom. And we will pop that there. So using a rainbow of colours in whatever way you want. One of the beautiful quilling flowers, and I've just made a nice and quick but really beautiful with the stamp, the friendship stamp.
Really, really gorgeous. Absolutely lovely. Let me quickly whiz you back through the stamps that you're going to receive in here then. Love the fact that they are versatile. Love the fact that you've got the big focal stamps, the embellishing elements within there too. The price is absolutely stunning on these too. You've got a deal of $15.98 or $19.90 for platinum members. So you've got friendship in here. You also have happiness. You make my heart sing. Wild thing. This one here is a day without laughter is a day wasted. You've then got wishing you a wonderful day and also beautiful, which is there are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. So please, please, please do snap those up. Whilst we're on such a fantastic offer, then absolutely you should grab those. Right, we are going to go back to Sharon, who's going to recap the succulent collection, and then I'm hearing you're going to treat us to a little demo as well, Sharon.
Yeah, I thought that I would give you a quick demo on the jade, because that's the one question that I get a lot on my socials is, where's the demo for the jade? Can you show us how to do the jade? It's slightly different to the other quilling flower, so I'll show you in a second how that's done, and it's so simple. When you see it done, you'll go, I get it now. So in the succulents collection, I said we have the Lila China. So that's a double-sided die, as you've been seeing throughout all Michelle's fabulous demonstrations. Same die concept throughout the collection, so once you know how to make one, you can make them all.
Excellent.
So this is the Lila China. Next we have the baby aloe, so it's an aloe vera plant, only it's the baby one. Lots of dimension and height in this, and we've got texture on the petals, so it is quite effective. Next we have the neon breakers, and this is one of the taller plants. So when you mix these all together, as well as the different width of the plant, you've got the different height, and I think that's what lends to the realistic look when you put your projects together. And of course we have the jade. This is the one that I'm going to demo for you in a moment, because it has a wider spine down the centre, and this is a tall plant, and people have asked, how do you make it tall? So very simple, we'll show you now in a second. We have our sword grass, which is just single-sided. You just cut it, quill it up, great for your backgrounds, added dimension, and of course, I mean, this here is just one roll of it, but you could keep adding and adding and adding, use different colours to make different tones in it as well, and spread that out. And then we have our Merry Maiden, and then that's the plants. So then here are the accessories. So we've got a plant pot. This die, you can use it on its own, add a bit of shaping to it, put a bit of the 3D glue behind it, tuck your plants in on your card, or use it to make a card itself. Then we have our plant pot pokes, our gift pot labels. So with these, you can stamp any sentiments on them, like happy birthday, put someone's name on it. There's 3 different sizes and different styles. The holes are already there for you, so get some of the eyelets that you have tucked away in the back of your stash, get them out, use them with that, and they're quite cute. Then we have the plant pot poke. So you've got your poke, but you've also got another layer on top of that. So stamp that, and then add a foam pad behind it or your 3D glue and pop it on top. And then we have our embossing folders. These are 2D, so it's a 5x7 embossing folder. This one has a kind of a trellis diamond effect on it. So do it on your textured cardstock, you know, you can distress it back, you can add your gilded and waxes, even your inks to this, or as Michelle showed earlier, ink up a background, emboss it, and then sand it back a bit, and you get great effect. This one here is called the succulent frame. This has elements on it that mirror the stamps and the outline die. So as you can see there, you know, you've got your sword grasses and your jades, etc. And then we have the frame. So if you just want to add maybe one of your gift labels in the centre with a stamp sentiment on it, build up your plants along the bottom, put a bit of gilding wax, shimmer, or your glossy accents over it. Then we have the terrarium. So the terrarium classic that you would see with your succulent plants, you know, add a bit of gold or copper gilding wax to that, bring out the frame, and colour in the flowers, add your drops to that again, absolutely gorgeous when it's completed. And then finally we have our succulent, just your decorative plant elements, but these all come with outline dies as well. So they have sentiments like stuck on you, have a fabulous day, or thinking of you, I'm rooting for you. And see these decorative elements, they mirror what's in the embossing folder. So you could cut and stamp these out, layer them up over the embossing folder as well with your plants. You have your terrarium there. So you have great fun with those. So what I'll do is I'll move on to just show you really quickly how to put the jade together. So as you can see, the jade is quite a tall plant. And the reason that it is able to get the height is because of the double spine that we have. So this was one of the succulent plant paper pads. So if, I don't know if there's any left on the site, but if they do come back in, grab them. Same with all the paper pads. Another big question I get asked is, I bought my collection, I bought some papers with it, do you have any extra ones? And they sell out pretty fast, so if they're on the website, grab them now because you can use them for any of the plants. So really, as I said earlier on about the two-tone, that's because when you place your dye down on it and you cut it, you will end up with colour on the tips like you have here on this. And another tip, just while I have it here, you'll see I wrote on the back of mine with a Sharpie that it's a jade. People have asked me as well about how do you tell the plants apart from each other. Grab a Sharpie, write on the back of your die, won't do it any harm. And it's another tip as well for you then when you come back and you're looking for a particular plant. So what I've done is I've cut out the jade and I'm going to add a little bit of shaping to the petals before I go anywhere. And really, it's just to the tip of the jade and it's so easy. Just press down on the plant petals into your foam pad. If you rub it too hard, you might end up pulling them away from their spine. So be gentle, just do that and flip it over. Because it's being folded over, if you were to do them both on the same side, you would have two cups that would meet. You want them to be going the same way. So that's why we do this on the opposite sides. Now, with the spine, now you don't have to put anything down the middle. I know Michelle put in tape down the center. Some people prefer to do that, but because of the fact that it's already joined, you don't have to do that. So I'm just very quickly folding it over, and that's what you have. Right, so you don't need to glue them down together. They're not going anywhere because they're already joined. But what I'm going to do is now, on this, you will see, you've got two layers. On the top row, this is where you're going to put your glue or your red liner tape. So I'm just going to press this down and hope that I don't have any problems with this, getting the red liner off. So snip it, and then I'm just going to use the pokey tool underneath to get the top of the tape off. So you can use wet glue, you can use red liner tape, and if you have actually double-sided tape, that will work just as well if you have it. I recommend 3mm, 6mm, but nothing that will be bigger or thicker than that. So when we go to quill this, there's two ways you can do it. One, you can get yourself one of these bamboo, kebab sticks or whatever, and you can use that and put it in if you don't have a quilling tool. I'm going to use the quilling tool because people have said, how can you manage this with a quilling tool if you don't have the stick? So what you do is, you're going to put it on the quilling tool at an angle, right? I'm going to come up a bit closer. So you see there, that's at an angle, and I'm going to twist that over and press down. So now it's on the quilling tool at an angle, and it's also stuck down. And now I'm going to twist like the others. And you will see that the top row is sticking to the bottom row of the turn. So as I do that, it's going to work its way down the quilling tool itself. And you'll see the height emerging. So use the lines as your guide. The end of this meets the perforation here. So we're going to go, and we're just going to keep twisting. Now, don't pull it tight. You don't need to. You just keep an eye on that line as it twists. And as you can see, it's getting taller and taller. And it's coming down the quilling tool. And don't worry about it sticking to the quilling tool, it's not going to. And then when you get near the end, you're just going to manually push it around, but keep it the same length. And look at that. Look how easy and simple that was. So I'm going to use my thumb and pull out the quilling tool, and that's how you do your jade.
Amazing, really, really fantastic, and so beautiful. And I was saying earlier, Sharon, I think that, you know, people that maybe don't make cards or, you know, don't do scrapbooking could easily get into this. It's almost like a sort of separate hobby in its own right, this flower making, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's so therapeutic as well, but it's so simple and so quick. It can be, people hear quilling and they think it's quite intimidating, but it's not. I've come up with this system to take kind of the anxiety out of it for me, because I used to do a lot of quilling flowers, and I used to take on projects where I would have to do tons. And anyone who's familiar with quilling flowers before, it was like cutting 2 layers. You were trying to layer one over the other. You were trying to line them up, let that glue set. But when you went to quill it, you ended up with all these lumps, bumps, gathers, or it came apart. And the time it took to do one flower, with this system, you could do maybe 3.
Yeah.
So it's a lot quicker. You can cut them all out, have them in a box, as you said earlier, sit in front of your soaps, or Strictly Come Dancing.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to vote for Sarah.
No, don't forget to vote. Oh no, it's soon.
You're telling, and you could be quilling away, and before you know it, you've got a whole collection of these flowers ready to go on your projects.
Absolutely, you will have. Right, Sharon, come back to you very soon. Don't miss out on the spectacular deal that is that particular deal there. That whole collection of amazing succulents there for you. £35, $49 becomes £28 or $39.20. Right, let's move on. I want to move on to the butterflies and blooms collection for you here. Love this. I mean, we've talked a lot about it. Can you have too many butterflies in your collection? You can't, I'm afraid. It's just not possible. So this one's fantastic. What you've got in here, firstly, is the Mariposa. So it's this really gorgeous, big butterfly design. You can really play around with the texture. You've got mats and layers, the ability to lift the wings there and create texture too. You not only get the Mariposa, you get another design as well with the Vanessa here, which is fantastic. Then we move into stamps and dies. So what you've got here is your butterfly love. So you can see you've got all of your dies as well as your stamps there to cut that out. You then also receive as well the butterfly friendship. So same concept, different design here for you, which is fantastic. And then we're going to move on. You're going to get one of the, I mean, it wouldn't be a Sharon Callis collection without a quilling flower at the end of the day, would it? And that's exactly what you are getting in here. This is the climbing rose that you've got there. Really gorgeous floral die for you. And you will get a sending love sentiment within there too. Again, look at the saving. $38, $37 or $50 is what you're saving on this before you even take into account your Club Inspired discount, which is fantastic. Right, we're going to get demo with a show underway, I believe, Michelle.
We are. So I think, was my fairy the first one?
I believe your fairy was, yeah.
So fairy was number 1.
No, succulent was first.
Succulents, yeah. So succulents, that's not, sorry. So I don't even know my left from my right anymore. So number 1, number 2 with the flower fairy, and then the friendship stamp is number 3.
Perfect. 1, 2 or 3. Get those demos into us. I want to quickly just run you back through what you're getting in the Flower Fairy, the Flower Fairies collection here. So this is the Jasmine. I love the fact it's such a good, strong concept. It's lovely to have it in in the 3 different ways. So you've got the Jasmine, which then gives you the flower, and it'll also give you the pad. But then what you're going to receive in here is the Aster, and again with the Aster, what you're going to get is the stamps and dies. You're going to get the flower, and you're then going to get as well the pad in there that coordinates, and then the final one you get in here is the rose, and again you get the stamps and dies, you get the flowers, and then you get the pad in there as well. $89.99 or $110 if you want to get your hands on this, saving you almost £30, over $33, which is fantastic. I believe you're going to squeeze in one more demonstration for us on these, Michelle.
Yes, yeah? I'm going to attempt to squeeze in one more because we must. So I'm going to use the Sharon Callis. I'm going to use the Jasmine this time. Again, the stamp. Oh dear, I've ripped it. So the stamps and dies again. So we're going to use this lovely dancing lady. And I do think this may be actually my favourite one.
The jasmine?
Yeah.
What is it about the jasmine that you love?
I love the flower that comes with it. I love her. I don't know actually. Maybe they're just all my favourite. I think we know now that it's too hard for me to decide. It's just you use one and you think, oh, I love this one. This is my favourite. Then you get the next one out and you're like, oh no, actually, I think this must be my favourite.
I like the way this is on the side profile of this one, isn't it? So the wings look very, very different in this one, which I like a lot.
Yeah, and so you get the 3 flower fairies, but all 3 of them absolutely different. Each one's their own characters, their own personalities.
I wonder if they've got little backstories, any of them.
I like to think they have, yeah.
Probably Sharon's probably made them up, but she can't share them with us, I recognise, Sharon.
So give that a good press down.
I love how you can really load that stamping mat up with lots and lots of stamps. It's a real time saver, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I could fit a lot more on. If you put a full 8x8 piece of card on there, you could fit a lot more on there, definitely. So, going in for a second inking, because we can with the stamping platform. Oops.
I mean, we do have the card of the day winner in. I mean, I don't even know why we're going to bother voting on the card of the show winner, sorry. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion, isn't it, what's going to win card of the day. Can I just pause you? Well, I won't pause you. Can I just quickly jump in there? Would you mind? And just to let you know that, so card number 2 was the card of the show.
Oh.
That means then for card of the day, we're going to be voting on number 1, play your crafts right. Number 2, this from the craft along. Also, I just need special shout out. Not only this, it also folds flat as well. I mean, ingenious or what? I'm going to put that back together there. You've no idea which one I'm going to be voting for, have you? And then, or number 3. So 1, 2 or 3. I mean, I think I'll just put this one on the shelf now, I think, the Craft Along Michelle. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. Get those votes in.
Fab. So I'm just going to quickly colour in these amazing wings. But I'm not going to, so I've got, this is my dark red blend. So again, for those of us who aren't the best colourists or are just starting out on our journey, these stamps are beautiful to colour. All those little segments are just amazing. But what I'm going to do is, so I'm using my lightest colour there, and then
Caroline says, just about stamping in general,
okay.
If your stamps are so sticky that they lift your cardstock up when you try and stamp it, what can you do? She said, would washing them first help?
Normally, when I use my stamping platform like I do, I place my uninked stamp onto my paper.
Right.
And then I lift it, I take it up, press my the top bit on, I press it down, and that's normally why it lifts it, because there's no ink on it yet.
Right.
You should find that as soon as you ink your stamp up and press it down, it shouldn't. You might find sometimes with your opaque inks, because they're quite sticky and juicy, it may lift it a little bit. But that is why I always say, when I put my piece of card down on here, I mark a point and know exactly where I've put my piece of card. So
just
sometimes
in case it moves.
if it does move up a little bit, I can press it down and line it up with the grid lines on here and make sure it's exactly back in the same place. But you should find that once you've inked it, it won't lift your card.
Hope that helps, Caroline.
So I've gone in with just the lightest, and then what I'm going to do is right next to it, I'm going to colour that segment in dark, and then the dark next to the light, gives you the illusion that you've done one of the 3 colour blends, even though what you've really done is just coloured in 2 different segments with the different colours. So if you can see the dark standing out next to the light there, and I've done no blending, just coloured them in next to each other, just to give that illusion, until you get practiced with them. Practiced with them? Well practiced with them. I know what I mean. I think you know what I mean.
We know what you mean. Timothy says we make a brilliant team, Joe and Michelle. What could our team name be if we were on, you know, if we were on Strictly? They have team names, don't they?
Yeah.
My favourite is Team Peachy.
I love that.
I love that one.
I like that. Team Peachy.
I'm not sure what would our name be. Any ideas in the gallery? Georgina has always got so much to say for herself, and then you ask her a question.
Yeah.
Tumbleweed. Tumbleweed moment.
So there you go. See, if you see how I've coloured the different segments, full different segments in without actually doing a blend, you still can get the lovely, let me bring it down, the lovely effect of those 3 different shades. So it's just a nice and easy way to get a blend without actually blending it, which is brilliant if you are a beginner. No, I don't need that. So I've got one that I've already coloured in. So I'm just going to die cut this out.
No surprises, the craft along is the card of the day.
Oh,
it is going
fab.
up onto the shelf. Yeah, a lot of people have missed the earlier craft along, saying they need to go back and watch it. Indeed you do. It was a fabulous, fabulous craft along.
Yeah, because I show you from start to finish how to create that, and it's a lot simpler than
apart from the reindeer collection one, I don't know whose it was, there was a reindeer craft along earlier in the week. I mean, I think that's your competition, to be honest, Michelle. Right. The others, not a chance.
Okay. Sounds good to me. I like my odds there.
So I reckon you're in a 50-50 chance at the moment.
Oh, good.
And we've still got tomorrow to come, so you never know.
Okay, so who do I need to pay off?
Well, you just need to bribe the viewers, really, and it's fine. It's fine because you're here tomorrow for the vote, so it's very easy to influence, you see. But then if you influence it and you win, you think to yourself, did I win on merit or did I win because I begged for votes? So
no.
It's hard to know, isn't it?
I'd like to win on merit, so...
Okay. Is Michelle my TV wife, is what Katie Easley is asking me. She's not, I'm afraid. She's got a husband already. So Ben is Debbie Robinson's TV wife. No, that's wrong.
Not Ben. My Ben.
Is, no, not Ben. Your Ben. Debbie Robinson. Yes. I think that's right. Debbie Robinson is oh gosh, what's wrong with me? Debbie Robinson is Ben's TV wife. However, she's got multiple TV husbands. So I know she's got at least 2 TV husbands down at Creating Craft.
Has she?
And also, Ben's already got a wife, a real wife. So I say that makes Debbie is the crafty bigamist. That's what I'm calling her. Yeah, the crafty bigamist. So
yeah, pretty much.
No, so. Debbie Fisher is my TV wife. Debbie's not happy about that. So there we go. Or I think Debbie must be Ben's crafty mistress. That's what I'm gonna refer to her as.
Yeah.
You could be my crafty mistress if you want.
I can.
Yeah? All right, excellent.
I'm up for that.
Fantastic. Glad we got that sorted out.
So this time I'm gonna...
What? A harem. Oh yeah, I'm like the Pied Piper around Newton Aycliffe. You should see me. Sharon there saying I've got a harem.
So this time I've curled my wings out a different way. And I'm going to sit her on a foam pad. Should her wings go there? Should they be a bit further up? Have I put her on a bit wonky? Let's try again. Where should... I suppose her wings can go wherever they want, really. I think they're supposed to be coming from her back. There, that looks a bit better.
Double thumbs up from Sharon there.
Oh, thank you. I put that on and I was like, that's not right. No. So I'm going to get this out again because I'm going to do the same as I did before. I think with these, they lend themselves perfectly to giving them that height, that texture, that movement. And after all, she's gracefully gliding through.
She's gracefully gliding through the air.
And it's just such an easy technique to do and just so effective. So, just get my glue gun out again. Let's see if I can get a skirt in the right place again. So, I'm going to bob that a bit further.
Do you think, I
down.
mean, I know we joked about it earlier, you could just use the character on its own without the wings and without the skirt.
You
and you've got
absolutely
something that is, not only is it very beautiful, but it looks very different to when you've added the skirt and the wings. Add the skirt, don't add the wings. Maybe she could have a very short skirt on. Maybe you can choose the length. Apparently, get this right, micro mini skirts are coming back in. That is what I heard the other day. You heard it here first.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know the teeny tiny ones that people were wearing in like the noughties? They're coming back apparently. Sharon doesn't look
There's
pleased.
just some fashion that should never be brought back.
Deep
Ever.
V-neck t-shirts for guys are one of those fashions. Remember the ones that were almost like down to the belly button? They were so deep, those Vs.
Yeah, oh, I do. So what we're going to do quickly, see, I moved on quickly because that's just no.
No,
It's
okay.
just-
Apparently, skinny jeans for guys are over. If you wear skinny jeans, you are not cool anymore. They are no longer cool. I only own skinny jeans, so that's me finished, isn't it? I don't think I've been cool for a while, though, to be fair.
Oh, you're very cool.
Now, it's all about big baggy clothes, isn't it? That's what the youngsters are wearing. If you don't look like a Danish fisherman, you're not cool these days. Certainly in Manchester, that is true. Honestly, all the young guys walking around looking like fishermen. They do. They've got the little beanie hat on. I own one of those, maybe, yes. They have the wide trousers on, rolled up, yellow socks, fisherman shoes. You can basically buy, there's these shoes that are really popular at the moment, and they are like fishmonger chic. It's the only way to describe them.
No. Gosh.
Honestly, I
I'm so
don't know if you're on the
glad
way
I
to the
don't
club
follow
or start your
fashion.
job on the fish counter. I'm not sure.
On the fish counter. So, let's see if I can get this in before the show ends. I've just got a glue string.
Teen tumbleweed, that's what it'd be called apparently. I'm not sure that's good.
No, that's. I did have a little sentiment somewhere, but in my haste, I've thrown it somewhere. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait. Foam pads, quickly. It's really been a challenge, Michelle, today.
Has it?
Yeah.
At the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've taken it to the wire, haven't we, in every show
really
today?
have, yes. So stand that there. So I'm
Really
gonna get-
squeezing the most out of those 2 hours, that's what we do, Michelle.
Yeah, that's it. Getting as much in as we absolutely can. So I've lost my sentiment, and so I would.
Whilst you're just finishing up there,
tease those out
Michelle,
a little bit more. Yeah,
I'm just going to go back over... Oh, you done?
I am.
Oh,
So-
huzzah!
Ta-da!
There we are. Absolutely stinking gorgeous is what that is. Really, really love it. Love the colourways as well. Let's go back to Michelle. No, we're with Michelle. Let's go back to Sharon. I don't know what happens to me, Sharon. I get to like the last 15 minutes of the last show. My brain's like scrambled egg, honestly. It's been such a pleasure to have you on with us. It's always a pleasure to see your happy, beaming, smiling face from Ireland.
thank
Let's
you.
hope it's not too
Great to
long.
be
We'll
back again.
Let's hope it's not too long we'll be able to have you here in the studio with us. But before then, when are you back? I hear little birdie tells me you've got an exciting launch coming up.
Yes, I'm back on the 19th, and actually very early for me, 3 p.m. UK time, for the Heartfelt Greetings launch. So I'm really excited about that. Can't give too much away,
Oh.
but it's a gorgeous die set, and there's a bit of stamping involved. So if you like your inking, your stamping, this collection for you.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see you back here for that. You're with Ben, I hear, for that show, so that'll be fun. Make sure you join Sharon and Ben for that. Sharon, sending you loads of love across the Irish Sea, as we always do. Such a pleasure to have you, as always. If you want to find out more about that collection Sharon just talked about, you need to make sure you've got that booklet downloaded. The Sweet 16 celebration booklet. It is in there. I did see it. Do you want to oh, no, I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? Oh, is it that one there? No, it's not that one. Where is it? How long have we got? 20 seconds. Oh, we'll have to go over by a little bit. Is this it? No, that's not it. Right, you'll have to go and download it yourself and find it. There you go. A huge thanks to Sharon. A huge thanks to Sharon, as always. Oh, sneaky peek there. Sneaky peek. You are a cheeky thing, Sharon. Massive thanks to Sharon. Big thanks, as always, to Michelle. It's been amazing.
Thanks, Joe.
We'll be back tomorrow with Softer Side midday here in the UK, 7 a.m. East Coast time. Yeah, don't forget to check out your baskets. If you're in the US, enjoy the rest of your day. If you're here in Europe, then it's probably nearly bedtime, isn't it? But yes, I'll see you back for another full day and a Super Sunday tomorrow here on Crafted TV. Take care.